As Napoleon Hill wisely stated, every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit, a truth that echoes through the stories of those who've risen from the ashes. Yet, so many of us stumble when misfortune strikes, viewing job loss or business failure not as a hidden opportunity, but as an insurmountable wall that traps us in despair. Imagine the entrepreneur who pours their heart into a venture, only to watch it crumble, leading to hesitation and a cycle of inaction that feels impossible to break. This emotional barrier is universal, where temporary defeat feels like a permanent loss, dimming our inner resilience and stifling any chance for personal evolution. We often cling to the illusion that success requires perfect conditions, ignoring the lessons hidden in our hardships. The need for change is urgent, because waiting for external validation or better times only deepens our stagnation, as Hill taught us that defeat is just a temporary condition. By shifting our perspective, we unlock the potential for innovation and achievement, turning what seems like an end into a powerful beginning. Why do we miss these disguised opportunities? It starts with waiting for ideal circumstances, believing that success only blooms in favorable soil. People delay action, hoping for financial stability or encouragement from others, but this mindset leads to overlooked chances, just as inventors like Thomas Edison faced countless failures before their breakthroughs. The risk is real. Prolonged waiting transforms temporary setbacks into lifelong regrets, chaining us to a life of what-ifs. Then there's the failure to reframe those setbacks, where indecisiveness paralyzes us even when we know better. Take someone who loses their job and sees it as a career pivot, yet doubt creeps in, amplified by cognitive biases that magnify the negatives. Stories like Edison's 10,000 attempts remind us that hesitation perpetuates defeat, keeping us from the growth waiting on the other side. Fear and uncertainty compound this, with emotions like the dread of further failure holding us back from embracing the unknown. Hill highlighted the fear of criticism or poverty, which manifests as self-sabotage, like an entrepreneur abandoning a promising idea after initial setbacks. This unchecked fear leads to stagnation, where discomfort becomes an enemy rather than a teacher. But here's the solution. The power of immediate action can uncover hidden opportunities and build unstoppable momentum. Hill emphasized a definite purpose, where even in the midst of misfortune, swift steps forward turn defeats into stepping stones, much like Henry Ford's early failures that paved the way for automotive innovation. Imperfect action is key. Reassess a failure, pivot quickly, and watch as energy flows, revealing benefits you never imagined. Building a reframing mindset means making clear decisions without delay, interpreting misfortunes as chances for growth. Try techniques like journaling your setbacks to spot potential benefits, asking yourself, what can I learn from this? To foster decisiveness. Practicing the first step is essential. Act now on a small aspect of your misfortune, turning a job rejection into a skill-building opportunity. As Hill said, the starting point of all achievement is desire. So begin today with something simple, like researching new paths, to shatter the inertia of defeat. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires facing them head-on, rather than hiding or overthinking. Hill's stories of successful individuals show that confronting failures headfirst builds strength, like those in Think and Grow Rich who turn setbacks into comebacks. Use strategies like visualization exercises to reframe fear as a signal for growth, helping you push through the discomfort. Remember, learning through temporary defeat is where true mastery begins, as failure acts as a vital teacher in Hill's philosophy. Think of J.K. Rowling, whose manuscript rejections fueled the creation of Harry Potter, proving that adverse experiences are like fertilizers for resilience. Analyze your defeats for lessons, and you'll find that each one is a disguised opportunity for improvement and deeper wisdom. Cultivating self-discipline is the true key to turning defeat into success. As Hill insisted, it's not luck or fleeting emotions that drive progress. Through consistent habits, like daily reflection on setbacks, you build the mental fortitude to spot and seize hidden opportunities. Contrast this with undisciplined reactions, such as wallowing in defeat, against disciplined ones like systematic problem solving that keep you moving forward. Building positive habits means creating routines that transform temporary defeats into steady progress, such as setting aside time for goal reviews. Practice gratitude for the lessons in your hardships and consider Hill's mastermind groups for support, turning passivity into proactive energy. Developing a clear vision and goals becomes your beacon through the storm of misfortune, aligning with Hill's focus on definite aims. A strong vision transforms setbacks into motivators, like using a financial loss to inspire a new business plan that propels you ahead. Goals act as a filter, helping you identify opportunities hidden in the chaos, guiding your decisions with purpose. To make this practical, break down your misfortunes into actionable steps. Analyze what went wrong, extract lessons, and set new targets. Incorporate Hill's techniques, like writing down your desires, to maintain forward momentum and turn defeats into structured pathways. Even in the darkest moments, this approach ensures that temporary setbacks become the foundation for lasting success. Now, let's circle back to the core idea. Opportunities are often disguised in misfortune or temporary defeat, as Hill's wisdom reminds us. Every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success, waiting for us to nurture it through action and the right mindset. It's not our circumstances that define us, but how we respond with resilience, decisiveness, and an unshakable belief in growth. Reflect on your own life. That recent heartache or professional stumble might be the very thing that propels you towards something greater. By embracing immediate action and reframing your fears, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Remember the entrepreneur who turned failure into innovation, or the writer whose rejections led to a bestseller. Their stories are yours for the taking. Self-discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, day after day, to uncover the gifts in your challenges. Set your goals not in spite of your defeats, but because of them, letting each one sharpen your vision and strengthen your resolve. As you build these habits, you'll find that what once felt like an end is merely a new beginning, rich with potential. Don't let fear dictate your path. Face it, learn from it, and watch as it dissolves into opportunity. In the words of Hill, your defeats are not roadblocks, but signposts, pointing you toward the life you're meant to live. So, take a moment now to think about a recent setback. What hidden chance does it hold? Perhaps it's time to journal that experience, or to reach out for support in a mastermind group. Whatever it is, start small. But start today, because waiting only prolongs the pain. Imagine the freedom of dancing in the rain of your misfortunes, turning each drop into a step toward success. You're capable of this transformation. It's woven into the fabric of human resilience. Let go of the hesitation, embrace the uncertainty, and step into the opportunity that's been waiting all along. Remember, the seed of greater benefit is already there. Water it with action and watch it bloom. This is your call. Don't wait for the storm to pass. Learn to dance in it and reveal the opportunities hidden within. Start now and let your misfortunes become the greatest gifts of your journey. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit, as Napoleon Hill wisely stated. In our daily lives, we often encounter setbacks that feel overwhelming, like losing a job or facing a business failure. These moments of misfortune can lead to deep despair, making us question our abilities and future prospects. Imagine someone who invests their savings into a venture, only to see it crumble, leaving them in financial ruin. This temporary defeat might seem like the end, but it's merely a disguise for new opportunities waiting to emerge. Many people get trapped in a cycle of hesitation, believing that such losses are permanent and irreversible. They hesitate to take action, fearing more pain or failure in their pursuit of success. Yet, as Hill teaches, waiting for perfect conditions only prolongs stagnation and missed chances. Shifting your perspective is essential. View misfortune not as a barrier, but as a hidden gateway to growth. Inaction during tough times means forfeiting the chance to innovate and build resilience. Defeat is just a temporary condition, a stepping stone that can lead to greater achievements if we choose to act. Now, let's explore why so many fail to recognize these disguised opportunities in the first place. One major reason is waiting for ideal conditions before making a move. People often think that opportunities only appear when everything is stable, like having ample funds or support. This belief ignores the reality that true breakthroughs often hide within our misfortunes. For instance, inventors like Thomas Edison faced countless failures, yet each one brought him closer to success. By delaying action, we risk turning temporary setbacks into lifelong regrets. Another barrier is the failure to reframe setbacks effectively. Even when we intellectually know that defeat can lead to opportunity, doubt and confusion hold us back. Take someone who loses their job. They might see it as a career end rather than a chance to pivot to something better. Cognitive biases amplify the negatives, making it hard to spot the positives in disguise. Edison's 10,000 attempts weren't failures. They were lessons that refined his path. This hesitation perpetuates a cycle where one defeat leads to another, stifling potential growth. Fear and uncertainty play a huge role in this paralysis. Emotions like the fear of further failure can make us avoid risks altogether. Anxiety about the unknown keeps us stuck, preventing us from embracing discomfort as a teacher. Hill warned about the fear of criticism and poverty, which often manifest as self-sabotage. Consider an entrepreneur who abandons a promising idea after initial setbacks, fearing judgment from peers. This unchecked fear leads to stagnation, where opportunities slip away unnoticed. To break free, we must embrace the solution, taking immediate action on disguised opportunities. Swift action, even in the midst of misfortune, uncovers hidden paths and builds momentum. Hill emphasized a definite purpose as the key to overcoming defeat. Look at Henry Ford, whose early business failures paved the way for automotive innovation. Imperfect action, like reassessing a failure and pivoting quickly, turns defeats into stepping stones. By acting now, you generate energy that reveals benefits you never imagined. Building a reframing mindset is crucial for this process. Make clear, firm decisions to reinterpret misfortunes as opportunities without delay. Techniques like journaling your setbacks can help identify potential benefits, as Hill advocated. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? To foster decisiveness and prevent paralysis. Practicing the first step is where real change begins. Start small, like turning a job rejection into a chance to build new skills. Hill's principle reminds us that the starting point of all achievement is desire, so act on it immediately. For example, if you're facing a personal hardship, research new paths right away to break the inertia. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires facing them head-on. Proactive engagement with setbacks erodes fear faster than avoidance ever could. Hill's stories in Think and Grow Rich show how individuals confronted failures and emerged stronger. Use strategies like visualization exercises to reframe fear as a signal for growth. Learning through temporary defeat is a vital part of this journey. Failure isn't an end. It's a teacher that builds resilience and mastery, as per Hill's philosophy. J.K. Rowling's numerous rejections before Harry Potter turned into a global phenomenon. Think of adverse experiences as fertilizers for your success, helping you grow from each lesson. Cultivating self-discipline is the true key to uncovering hidden opportunities. As Hill taught, self-discipline, not luck or fleeting emotions, transforms misfortunes into successes. Consistent habits, like daily reflection on setbacks, build the mental fortitude needed. Contrast undisciplined reactions, such as wallowing in defeat, with disciplined ones like systematic problem solving. Building positive habits ensures you meet misfortunes with proactive energy. For instance, set aside time each day for goal review or practicing gratitude for lessons learned. Hill suggested mastermind groups for support, helping maintain momentum. Developing clear vision and goals amid misfortune acts as a beacon through the storm. Crystal clear goals provide direction, aligning with Hill's focus on definite aims. A strong vision transforms setbacks into motivators, like using a financial loss to inspire a new plan. Goals help filter out distractions, making it easier to spot opportunities in disguise. To move forward, break down opportunities into actionable steps. For example, if a project fails, analyze what went wrong, identify lessons, and set new targets. Hill's techniques, like writing down your desires, keep you moving through temporary defeats. In conclusion, remember that opportunities are often disguised in misfortune or temporary defeat. As Hill said, every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success. So act on it today. Don't wait for the storm to pass. Learn to dance in the rain and seize your hidden chances now. Begin with Napoleon Hill's powerful words. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. This timeless wisdom reminds us that what seems like a dead end is often just a hidden doorway. Imagine facing a sudden job loss, feeling the weight of uncertainty crushing your spirits. In that moment, despair whispers that it's over, that defeat is permanent. But Hill teaches us to pause and look deeper, to see the opportunity masked within the misfortune. Many people fall into the trap of viewing setbacks as final chapters, like a failed business venture leading to endless regret. They hesitate, waiting for the storm to pass, unaware that the storm itself holds the rain needed for new growth. This mindset creates a cycle of inaction, where temporary defeat becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Why do we do this? Because shifting perspectives requires effort, and effort demands courage. Yet, as Hill emphasized, true success comes from reframing these moments as stepping stones. Waiting for ideal conditions only prolongs our stagnation, turning potential triumphs into missed chances. Consider the inventor who faces repeated failures. Each one is not a loss, but a lesson in disguise. If we don't change our approach, we'll never uncover the benefits hidden in our hardships. So, let's challenge that old way of thinking and embrace the idea that defeat is temporary. Now, delve into why so many fail to recognize these disguised opportunities in the first place. One major reason is waiting for perfect circumstances, believing that opportunities only arrive on clear days. People delay action, hoping for financial stability or external validation before moving forward. But as Hill pointed out with inventors like Thomas Edison, breakthroughs often emerge from the ashes of failure. This waiting game turns temporary setbacks into permanent regrets, as time slips away unused. Another barrier is the failure to reframe setbacks effectively, allowing indecision to take hold. You might intellectually know that a job rejection could lead to a better path, yet doubt freezes you in place. Cognitive biases amplify the negatives, making it hard to see the positives lurking nearby. Take Edison's 10,000 attempts. Each failure was a step toward the light bulb, not a reason to quit. Hesitation perpetuates a cycle of defeat, where one missed opportunity leads to another. Fear and uncertainty compound this problem, gripping us with worries of further failure. The fear of criticism or poverty, as Hill described, makes us avoid risks altogether. Picture an entrepreneur who abandons a promising idea after initial setbacks, paralyzed by anxiety. This unchecked fear transforms temporary defeat into a barrier that blocks all progress. It's a common trap, but recognizing it is the first step to breaking free. Now, let's explore the solution: embracing and acting on these disguised opportunities. The power of immediate action cannot be overstated. It turns misfortune into momentum. Hill stressed that a definite purpose, backed by swift decisions, is the antidote to defeat. Think of Henry Ford, whose early business failures paved the way for automotive innovation. By reassessing and pivoting quickly, he transformed setbacks into stepping stones. Imperfect action is better than none. It creates energy and reveals hidden benefits. Building a reframing mindset starts with making firm decisions without delay. Try journaling your setbacks, asking yourself, what can I learn from this? As Hill suggested, this practice fosters decisiveness, preventing paralysis and opening your eyes to new paths. Practicing the first step is crucial. Act on a small aspect of your misfortune right away. For instance, turn a job rejection into a chance to build new skills or network. Hill's principle reminds us that desire is the starting point of achievement, so begin now. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires facing them head on, not hiding from them. As Hill shared in stories of successful individuals, confronting failures builds strength. Use visualization exercises to reframe fear as a signal for growth, not a stop sign. When fear arises, engage with it proactively. This erodes its power over time. Learning through temporary defeat is essential, as Hill viewed failure as a teacher. Look at J.K. Rowling, whose manuscript rejections fueled the creation of a global phenomenon. Each misfortune acts as fertilizer, nurturing resilience and mastery in its wake. Analyze your defeats for lessons, turning them into opportunities for improvement. Cultivating self-discipline is the true key to unlocking these hidden chances. Hill taught that discipline, not luck, transforms misfortunes into successes. Build habits like daily reflection on setbacks to strengthen your mental fortitude. Contrast wallowing in defeat with systematic problem solving. The latter leads to progress. Positive habits, such as setting aside time for goal reviews, turn temporary losses into gains. Practice gratitude for the lessons learned, as Hill advocated through mastermind groups. These routines ensure that misfortunes are met with action, not passivity. Developing clear vision and goals amid misfortune provides a beacon through the darkness. Hill emphasized that definite aims sustain progress during tough times. A strong vision transforms setbacks into motivators, like using a financial loss to inspire a new plan. Goals act as a filter, helping you spot opportunities hidden in adversity. Break down your misfortunes into actionable steps. Analyze, learn, and set new targets. Write down your desires, as Hill recommended, to maintain forward movement. This structured approach turns temporary defeat into a clear pathway for success. In conclusion, remember Hill's core idea. Opportunities are often disguised in misfortune or temporary defeat. Every failure carries the seed of an equivalent success, waiting to be nurtured. It's not your circumstances that define you, but your actions and mindset. By embracing this truth, you can turn any setback into a triumph. Now, it's time to apply these concepts in your own life. Take one small step today, like reframing a recent challenge and outlining a plan. Don't let hesitation hold you back. Act now and watch the opportunities unfold. Remember, waiting for the perfect moment is a myth. Create your own momentum. As Hill would say, dance in the rain of adversity and discover the growth it brings. Your misfortunes are not endings. They are beginnings in disguise. Start today and let this mindset guide you to greater heights. The power is within you. Seize it before another moment slips away. Go forth with confidence, knowing that every defeat is just a step toward your ultimate success. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit, as Napoleon Hill so wisely stated. In the midst of life's storms, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, to see only the dark clouds of misfortune hovering above. Picture someone who's just lost their job, staring at a stack of bills, convinced that this defeat is the end of their story. That sense of despair can grip anyone, turning temporary setbacks into mountains of doubt and hesitation. Yet, hidden within that misfortune lies a golden opportunity, waiting to be uncovered. We often trap ourselves in a cycle of inaction, believing that losses are permanent rather than pivotal moments for growth. Think of the entrepreneur whose business idea was rejected, leading to feelings of worthlessness and fear of trying again. This mindset, fueled by emotional barriers, prevents us from seeing the potential rebirth in every defeat. Waiting for perfect conditions only prolongs our suffering, as Hill taught us that true success demands a shift in perspective. Inaction becomes our greatest enemy, turning what could be a stepping stone into a stumbling block. So, why do we struggle to recognize these disguised opportunities in the first place? Many wait for ideal conditions, dreaming of a world where misfortunes never strike. They postpone action, hoping for financial stability or external approval before moving forward. But as Hill illustrated with inventors like Thomas Edison, who faced countless failures, true breakthroughs come from embracing the chaos. This waiting game turns temporary defeats into lifelong regrets, missing the chance to innovate and rebuild. Then there's the failure to reframe setbacks, where indecision clouds our judgment even when we know better. Someone might intellectually grasp that a failed investment could lead to a better path, yet doubt paralyzes them. Cognitive biases amplify the negatives, making it hard to see the hidden lessons in defeat. Edison's 10,000 attempts weren't failures. They were steps toward the light bulb's invention. Without reframing, we remain stuck, perpetuating a cycle that drains our energy and stifles progress. Fear and uncertainty add another layer, whispering doubts that echo in our minds during tough times. The fear of further failure can make us avoid risks altogether, like an entrepreneur abandoning a venture after early setbacks. Anxiety about the unknown keeps us in our comfort zones, even when we sense opportunity knocking. Hill warned of the fear of criticism and poverty, which manifest as self-sabotage, halting any forward momentum. Unchecked, these emotions turn misfortunes into barriers, robbing us of the growth they could provide. Now, let's turn to the solution, embracing and acting on these disguised opportunities without delay. The power of immediate action can transform everything, as Hill emphasized with his principle of definite purpose. Take Henry Ford, who turned early business failures into the foundation of the automotive industry. By reassessing and pivoting quickly, even imperfect steps generate momentum and reveal hidden benefits. This swift response turns temporary defeats into powerful catalysts for change. Building a reframing mindset is essential. Make clear decisions to reinterpret misfortunes as chances for growth. Techniques like journaling your setbacks can help identify potential benefits, as Hill advocated. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? To foster decisiveness and break free from paralysis. It's about shifting from victimhood to empowerment, one conscious choice at a time. Practicing the first step means acting now on a small aspect of your misfortune. For instance, turn a job rejection into an opportunity to build new skills or explore fresh paths. Hill's principle reminds us that the starting point of all achievement is desire. So begin with a simple task today. Researching new options or reaching out for advice can shatter the inertia of defeat. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires facing them head on, rather than hiding away. As Hill shared in stories from Think and Grow Rich, Successful people confronted failures and emerged stronger. Strategies like visualization exercises can help reframe fear as a signal for growth. Imagine yourself succeeding beyond the setback and watch how that vision erodes your doubts. Proactive engagement with adversity builds resilience, turning fear into a mere footnote in your story. Learning through temporary defeat is where true mastery begins, as Hill's philosophy highlights. Consider J.K. Rowling, whose manuscript rejections paved the way for the Harry Potter phenomenon. Each misfortune acts as a fertilizer, enriching your skills and fortitude for future successes. Analyze your defeats for lessons, and you'll find that every failure teaches something invaluable. This process transforms setbacks into disguised opportunities, fostering a mindset of continuous improvement. Cultivating self-discipline is the true key to turning defeat into lasting success, not luck or fleeting emotions. Hill stressed that consistent habits, like daily reflection on setbacks, build the mental fortitude needed to spot opportunities. Without discipline, we might wallow in defeat, but with it, we engage in systematic problem solving. Contrast the undisciplined reaction of giving up with the disciplined approach of persisting through challenges. Building positive habits ensures that misfortunes are met with proactive steps rather than passivity. Start routines like setting aside time for goal review or practicing gratitude for lessons learned. Hill's mastermind groups can provide the support to maintain momentum, turning temporary losses into triumphs. Developing clear vision and goals amid misfortune acts as a beacon, guiding you through the darkness. As Hill focused on definite aims, a strong vision transforms setbacks into motivators for progress. For example, use a financial loss to fuel a new business plan, seeing it as a redirection rather than an end. Goals serve as a filter, helping you identify opportunities hidden in the midst of defeat. Without them, misfortunes feel random, but with clear objectives, they become stepping stones. Next steps involve breaking down opportunities into manageable actions, even when defeat looms large. Take a failed project. Analyze what went wrong, extract the lessons, and set new, specific targets. Hill's techniques, like writing down your desires, keep you moving forward despite challenges. This structured approach turns temporary defeats into clear pathways for achievement. In conclusion, remember that opportunities are often disguised in misfortune or temporary defeat, as Hill's wisdom reveals. Every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success, waiting for you to nurture it. It's not your circumstances that define you, but your actions and mindset in the face of adversity. By embracing this truth, you can turn life's hardships into your greatest advantages. So, don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today by reframing a recent setback and outlining a plan. Take that first small step, whether it's journaling your thoughts or seeking new knowledge. Watch as your misfortunes begin to reveal their hidden opportunities, propelling you towards success. Remember, the storm may rage, but within it lies the chance to dance and grow stronger. Internalize Hill's principles, act with purpose, and transform defeat into destiny. Now is your time. Seize it, and let every adversity become your ally in the journey to greatness.